Continuing on in the book of Genesis, chapter 35. Then God said to Jacob, "Get ready and move to Bethel and settle there. Build an altar there to the God who appeared to you when you fled from your brother Esau." So Jacob told everyone in his household, "Get rid of all your pagan idols. Purify yourselves and put on clean clothing. We are now going to Bethel, where I will build an altar to the God who answered my prayer when I was in distress. He has been with me wherever I have gone." So they gave Jacob all their pagan idols and earrings, and he buried them under the great tree near Shechem. As they set out, a terror from God spread over the people in all the towns of the area, so no one attacked Jacob's family. Eventually, Jacob and his household arrived at Luz, also called Bethel, in Canaan. Jacob built an altar there and named the place El Bethel, which means God of Bethel, because God had appeared to him there when he was fleeing from his brother Esau. Soon after this, Rebekah's old nurse Deborah died. She was buried beneath an oak tree in the valley below Bethel. Ever since, the tree has been called Alon Bakoth, which means oak of weeping. Now that Jacob had returned from Padanaram, God appeared to him again at Bethel. God blessed him, saying, "Your name is Jacob, but you will not be called Jacob any longer. From now on, your name will be Israel." So God renamed him Israel. Then God said, "I am El Shaddai, God Almighty. Be fruitful and multiply. You will become a great nation, even many nations. Kings will be among your descendants, and I will give you the land I once gave to Abraham and Isaac. Yes, I will give it to you and your descendants after you." Then God went up from the place where he had spoken to Jacob. Jacob sent up a stone pillar to mark the place where God had spoken to him. Then he poured wine over it as an offering to God and anointed the pillar with olive oil. And Jacob named the place Bethel, which means house of God, because God had spoken to him there. Leaving Bethel, Jacob and his clan moved on toward Ephrath. But Rachel went into labor while they were still some distance away. Her labor pains were intense. After a very hard delivery, the midwife finally exclaimed, "Don't be afraid, you have another son." Rachel was about to die, but her last breath she named the baby Benoni, which means son of my sorrow. The baby's father, however, called him Benjamin, which means son of my right hand. So Rachel died and was buried on the way to Ephrath, that is Bethlehem. Jacob set up a stone monument over Rachel's grave, and it can be seen there to this day. Then Jacob traveled on and camped beyond Migdal-eder, while he was living there, Reuben had intercourse with Bilhah, his father's concubine, and Jacob soon heard about it. These were the names of the 12 sons of Jacob. The sons of Leah were Reuben, Jacob's oldest son, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun. The sons of Rachel were Joseph and Benjamin. The sons of Bilhah, Rachel's servant, were Dan and Naphtali. The sons of Zilpah, Leah's servant, were Gad and Asher. These are the names of the sons who were born to Jacob at Padanaram. So Jacob returned to his father Isaac in Mamre, which is near what is now called Hebron, where Abraham and Isaac had both lived as foreigners. Isaac lived for 180 years. Then he breathed his last and died at a ripe old age, joining his ancestors in death, and his sons Esau and Jacob buried him. Now, the next chapter, chapter 36, is kind of like a lineage or a genealogy, the descendants of Esau. So I'm going to try and go through them, but bear with me because these names are very difficult. I encourage you to go ahead and read them for yourselves, because you never know when you'll suddenly hear another name pop up in the Bible later on and go, where are they from, and why are they talking about him or her? And usually it's because it was in one of these genealogies earlier on in the Old Testament. So you see where the line came from. But I'm going to do my best here, and I might skip parts or give them little nicknames because that's what I do. It's not out of irreverence or anything like that. It's just because they're difficult to say. So, chapter 36, the descendants of Esau. This is the account of the descendants of Esau. Esau married 2 young women from Canaan, Adah, the daughter of Elon the Hittite, and Aholibamah, Aholibamah, the daughter of Anna, and granddaughter of Zibeon the Hivite. He also married his cousin Basemath, who was the daughter of Ishmael and the sister of Nebaioth. Ada gave birth to a son named Eliphaz for Esau. Basemath gave birth to a son named Reuel. Aholibamah gave birth to sons named Jeush, Jalam, and Korah. All these sons were born to Esau in the land of Canaan. Esau took his wives, his children, and his entire household, along with his livestock and cattle, all the wealth he had acquired in the land of Canaan, and moved away from his brother Jacob. There was not enough land to support them both because of all the livestock and possessions they had acquired. So Esau, also known as Edom, settled in the hill country of Seir. This is the account of Esau's descendants, the Edomites, who lived in the hill country of Seir. These are the names of Esau's sons: Eliphaz, the son of Esau's wife Ada, and Reuel, the son of Esau's wife Basemath. The descendants of Eliphaz were Teman, Omar, Zepho, Gatam, and Kenaz. Timnah, the concubine of Esau's son, Eliphaz, gave birth to a son named Amalek. These are the descendants of Esau's wife Ada. The descendants of Reuel were Nahath, Zerah, Shammah, and Mizah. These are the descendants of Esau's wife Basemath. Esau also had sons through Oholibamah, the daughter of Anna and granddaughter of Zibeon. Their names were Jeush, Jalam, and Korah. These are the descendants of Esau who became the leaders of various clans. The descendants of Esau's oldest son, Eliphaz, became the leaders of the clans of Teman, Omar, Zepho, Kenza, Korah, Gatam, and Amalek. These are the clan leaders in the land of Edom, who descended from Eliphaz. All these were descendants of Esau's wife, Ada. The descendants of Esau's son, Reuel, became the leaders of the clan of Nahath, Zerah, Shammah, and Mizah. These are the clans in the land of Edom who descended from Reuel. All these were descendants of Esau's wife, Basemath. The descendants of Esau and his wife, I'm going to call her Ahali because her name is so long, became the leaders of the clans of Jeush, Jalam, and Korah. These are the clan leaders who descended from Esau's wife, Ahali, the daughter of Anna. These are the clans descended from Esau, also known as Edom, identified by their clan leader. These are the names of the tribes that descended from Seir the Horite. They lived in the land of Edom: Lotan, Shobal, Zibeon, Anna, Dishon, Ezer, and Dishan. These were the Horite leaders and the descendants of Seir who lived in the land of Edom. The descendants of Lotan were Hori, Heman, Lotan's sister named Timnah. The descendants of Shobal were Elvan, Manahath, Ebel, Shippo, and Oman. The rest of these I'm going to let you read for yourself because there are a really long list of names and repeating names of who belonged with who, all the way down to verse 40, and I'm going to pick up there. It says, "These are the names of the leaders of the clans descended from Esau who lived in the places named for them: Timnah, Alva, Jeneth, Ahali, Ella, Piam, Kenaz, Teman, Mibzar, Magdiel, and Aram. These are the leaders of the clans of Edom listed according to their settlements in the land they occupied. They all descended from Esau, the ancestor of the Edomites." So if you read back all those people that are listed before that last paragraph there, those were all the descendants of Esau and the Edomites. So I encourage you to go ahead in your spare time and do that if that interests you. And next time we'll pick up in chapter 37 and learn a little bit about a guy named Joseph. Bye.